What's up, Royals? I'm Kai. Hope you're doing well, and today is our attempt 2 this season at trying to hit the elusive Hypo Puzzle. But before we get to that, I want to give a thanks to our sponsor, Redline Shipping. Go give them a try. You won't be disappointed. And while you're there, use promo code ROBIN60 for 60% off, or you can use my promo code KAI5 for additional $5 off your next shipping label. All right, guys, let's see if we can make a Hypo Puzzle in this clutch. This right here is puzzle clutch number 2. So this is my second chance at producing a puzzle from I think it's a pos het to a pos het. Let me just double check. Yeah, I wrote down double het hypo puzzle to a hypo pinstripe 50% het puzzle, but I think my pastel vanilla hypo pos het puzzle. Speaking really slowly because I don't remember. Yeah, pastel vanilla hypo pos het puzzle might have also gotten into this mix here. So could be 100% het hypo to a pos het hypo or pos het to pos het. So we're not sure here, but regardless, we got one that pipped already. I did see the nose sticking out, but didn't get a clear picture as to what it is. But we're gonna find out right now. These eggs are extremely deflated. This one, I don't even know what's going on with this one. So we'll save that one to the end, but here we go. Alright, so this is a hypo pinstripe for sure. I honestly don't even know how to tell if it's puzzle. I think if it's puzzle, it's got like more stripes. They're more connected. Like this one right here, that's a pinstripe pattern right here. But if the alien heads are more connected, I think that's what puzzle tends to do in a pinstripe. So yeah, we got some that's like striped out. I'm not 100% sure. Right now, we'll just consider it as a hypo pinstripe. Possible het for puzzle. All right, egg number 2. This is the smallest one out of the bunch. So we have a total of 7 eggs here. There were no slugs, but you know, like I showed you earlier, there was one egg that looks extremely deflated and discolored. So we might only end up with 6 hatchlings. Ooh. That's a puzzle. That's a puzzle. I think this is a puzzle. I mean, I'm looking at this side pattern here. I don't think a straight up pinstripe would do that. And you see this striping that I'm just talking about earlier? This is a striping near the belly. You can see that light spot, that's the belly side. And then this is the side. And then we don't even have a dorsal stripe. Wow, look at these bow ties. That's so cool. It's like every other pattern. It's like a hieroglyphics, but every other one looks like a bow tie. Same thing on the other side. See those bow ties? Right there. I'm trying to... Sorry, I just knocked the camera. You see those bow ties? I think this is it. I think this is a puzzle. That is awesome. That is so sweet. So if we get any pastels or vanillas in this clutch, then I'll know that the other male sired it. But if we're only getting pinstripes and hypos only, then I believe the double het sired it. But regardless, that's a puzzle. Then I know for a fact that the mom is now 100% het for puzzle, because she's a hypo pinstripe. And I wasn't sure if okay. So I was just saying, if we have any pastels or vanillas, this looks like it could be a vanilla, because I don't see very, very light blushing on the head. This is definitely hypo, but it could be a vanilla hypo, not puzzle though. I mean, the fact the chances of hitting a puzzle is going to be really slim, because even if it's a head-to-head, well, at this point, it should be head-to-head. The chances is only a quarter, so 1 out of every 4, and we have 6 eggs. So I mean, there is a chance that we could hit another one, but this is a cool. Look how purple it is. Yeah, so I think this is a vanilla hypo, and now if they're not visual, then we don't just call them a possible het for puzzle. It's 66% het for puzzle. So just increasing the percentages a little bit, so we can just make it a little bit more concrete than just saying pos het, because pos could be, you know, 50, 66, and lower. This one looks like another hypo. Okay, if they all come out to be hypo, yeah, if they all come out to be hypo, actually, another way of looking at it is if they all come out to be hypo, then the pastel vanilla hypo male sired it. So that means he is also, well, let's just wait till we finish. But if that's the case, if they're all hypo, then that means that boy is also 100% het for puzzle. That's a hypo as well. So this looks like to be a pastel. That's a lemon blast. I don't see any bow ties in here, but I think this is a lemon blast at a minimum. Hypo. That's also hypo. You can see the purple head. It's lighter than a lemon blast. If it's just a lemon blast, I think the blacks on here would be like more crisp and darker, more contrast. You can see how light it is. Kind of blushed out. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Let's move on. I'm excited. Let's see if we can hit one more puzzle. Come on. Here we go. This is the last good egg. We still have that weird, funky, moldy one to cut. I might not cut it. I don't know. That's a hypo as well. Oops, sorry, out of focus, off the screen there. I went off the screen. That is definitely a hypo. I don't think it's puzzle. Yeah, definitely not a puzzle, but it is a hypo. So this is wonderful, because now I know that both of those pos hets, the male and the female, proved out to be 100% het. All because of this little guy right here. Let me give you one more look, because I'm super, super excited about this one. Check that out. Wow. Holy moly. So very first puzzle, and it's a double visual. Hypo puzzle, and it's got pinstripe. Wow, look at the, ah, it's not focusing. Yeah, look at the blushing on the head. You can definitely see. That's so cool. Definitely see the shorter eye stripe on the side. So yeah, I'm really hopeful for this one. I think it's a puzzle. We'll have to wait for it to come out, and of course, I'm definitely going to ask a couple friends to help me with this one. But it's so cool. Alright, should we cut the last one? Well, let me see. Let me just feel it first, because if it's all rubbery and gummy, and oh, you know what? This might be, I mean, it's got some mold, you can see that. You know, it doesn't hurt to cut it, but I will move this out of the way. Doing this for you guys. I don't smell anything funky. But, oh, I see the yolk. Yeah, I think there's something wrong in this. Yeah, look at that. Alright, so it's time for an update. I'm actually a little bit late to this update, but it's okay. None of these are in blue. And the fact that they're all hypo just means that you can't really tell when they're in blue. Actually, they'll look better. So this one is a hypo 66% het for puzzle. And we know that these are 66% het for puzzle now, because one of the siblings, one of the clutch mates, is a visual puzzle. So that means we proved both parents out to be 100% het for puzzle. Really stoked about it. Really stoked for the fact that I hit a visual puzzle, and I will show you that one last. Now here's the next one I want to show you, and just looking at this one by itself, you're probably thinking, oh, it's just another hypo that is 66% het for puzzle. But if we bring back the first one, you can see the difference in color, especially the head. If I can get there. Yeah, so you can see the difference. This one over here is much lighter, and the pattern is a little bit different as well. This is more standard pattern, and then this one over here, you can see slightly different in pattern. The vanilla doesn't change the pattern as much, it's very subtle, but the vanilla does brighten up the animal a little bit. Actually, fair amount of brightening provided by the vanilla. And because both are hypo, it's going to be a little bit more subtle in hypos, but there is a fair difference on the vanilla side. So I think this is a vanilla, I think this is a regular hypo. Vanilla hypo versus regular hypo. Of course, we'll wait for them to shed out and then see if there's any difference. We'll let them get a little bit of size, and I'll give you another update if what I'm assuming or what I'm guessing they are turns out to be different. So next up is this really squirmy Lemon Blast hypo. It's hard to see hypo in this because it's already so light, but because it does look hypo-ish, and the sire and dame are both visual hypos. I know I did say that there was a het hypo sire, so it could be dual sire, but the fact that all the other ones are hypo leads me to believe that this one should be hypo as well. I'm pretty confident in it. And you can see that this one, when I popped it, it was a male. And by the way, what I believe to be that vanilla hypo earlier, that's a female. So I'm going to go ahead and get the next one out. So this one, we're taking a step back. This is same as the last one, minus the pastel. And you can just see how without the pastel, you can more easily see the hypo in the animal. So this is a pinstripe hypo, 66% het for puzzle. And that's a boy as well. So we have a nice little pinstripe hypo, 66% het for puzzle. I'm going to leave this out for a minute so we can use this for comparison, because this one at a first glance looks to be a pinstripe hypo. I think if I were to take a picture of this one by itself and show anybody from a top view or a bird's eye view, this would look like a pinstripe hypo. A little bit busier than a normal pinstripe, but you know, if I didn't tell you what the parents are, what the genes are, I think most people would probably guess or believe that this is a pinstripe hypo. But if we take a look at the difference, you can see a subtle difference in color. This one is brighter, this one is a little bit darker. The dorsal pattern looks fairly similar on both of these animals, but remember when I was cutting the egg, I actually pointed out, or I kind of said that I'm looking for these lateral lines on the side. So we have the dorsal stripe, which both of these have, and then you can see how this produces a stripe on both sides of the dorsal, and then the bright dorsal itself in the middle. You can see dots on the dorsal, so you can see dots on the dorsal here. You can see the like I said, the thin pinstripe that runs on either side of the dorsal, which this one has as well. But the puzzle has something more. If we look on the side, you can see that there is an additional lateral line running down, very prominent near the neck. It's a little bit broken up and jagged in the midsection all the way to the tail, but it's fairly easy to spot this other lateral line, and I was pointing that out during the egg cutting portion. You can see all the lateral lines that it's trying to produce. The regular pinstripe just doesn't have it. You can see these, they just have the vertical lines coming down from that dorsal. All these are just vertical lines. There's no lateral lines across the side. So this one has not only this lateral line here, but if you look at the alien heads where it should be dots, it's almost like a tri-stripe, where it's a het tri-stripe, where the alien heads are flattened and stretched out, almost as if they're trying to produce another line. So that's pretty cool. And last thing to point out, or just to show you again, are those bow ties up here, which you don't really see on a regular pinstripe. Now you might see it on other pinstripe combos, but not on a regular pinstripe. And since this doesn't have any of the other genes that was in the pairing, such as pastel or vanilla, we can conclude that these bow ties are attributed to the puzzle. That was amazing. I produced my very first Hypo puzzle. Kind of proud of myself. And it always feels good to also be able to prove out a parent. I think there's only one more Hypo puzzle clutch in the incubator, and that's gonna come this season as well, so make sure you guys stay tuned. That about wraps it up for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you're new to this channel and you wanna be informed of future uploads, make sure you're subscribed and ring that notification bell. As always, thanks for watching. Please share, and remember, bros for life. Peace out.